Check-In with Bill Bekunda. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Featuring real talk, real stories, real support. This is The Mind Matters on Stream UG Radio. Your life, your music.
I am back. I'm in the studio with Chimuli. No, I'm with Pablo. Okay, whoever it is, I'm with you. I'm with him. So I'm interviewing one who is the producer of the other, as we heard for those who have been with us in the beginning. So the conversation is going on. There is a lot about his life. I just want to know about how you become a journalist, and then we go into the entertainment world.
That's a very good question. I remember when I just finished high school, I always wanted to be a journalist.
Okay.
From the word go. From the days I used to watch UTV, those days of Bale Francis, Charles Kanere Mugisha, Toya Kelama, Peter Swilikekisa. I used to watch the news with my father, my uncle, and I just loved news. And so when I finished campus, I missed when I finished high school, and the results came, I missed journalism by the skin of the teeth. Okay. And so the option was to do other courses, and I really didn't want to do any other course. And so I got UMI to do a diploma in journalism. No sooner had I just picked the forms than my cousin Kwezi Kaganda comes to Kampala to attend the brother's graduation. Oh, you're related to him? Yeah, our mothers are sisters. Okay. And so he tells me, why are you going to UMI to do a diploma in journalism when you can come to Namasagali University and do a degree? You have good points. And whoosh, that's how I changed my mind and crossed over to Namasagali. And I was happy that I made that decision because under Father Grimes at the time at the university, because it's affiliated to the London University. Yes. Oh, it was flourishing. Yes. So I was happy. And there was value for money because we were few in the lecture room. The lecturers knew you, knew where you stay. So no dodging. So it was just that good. Yes. And that's how I did journalism. And when I was done with that, I came to my cousin, Kwezi's brother called Richard, takes me to Daily Monitor. There was a gentleman called Odobo Bichachi. And he said, oh, this is your brother. He's from Namasagali. He said, oh, those ones love art. Yes. So he said, you can start freelancing for our entertainment desk. And so I worked with a lady called Elizabeth Cameo and Moses Sergo at the time. And so that's how I started covering theaters because I was looking for entertaining news. I used to go to Pride Theatre, National Theatre. Yes. Go to Kampala Casino when they are launching things. It was just covering happy moments. Okay. Yes. And in the process, that's how I got interested in theatre. And I found Theatre Factory, Philip Luswata. They were starting something called Theatre Factory. I told Elizabeth Cameo, my supervisor, and she said, look for the carrot. You need to look for the hook. Yes. And in the process of looking for the hook, I ended up being hooked up. Oh, okay. Yes, I found myself contributing stories and they added me to their group. Okay. Yeah, that's how. And then later, a friend of mine called Tarema Jotham had just come from the US and we started a newspaper called The Vanguard. It lasted only 6 months. Oh, I remember that. Yes. It was the two of you. Yes. Okay, it was him. I was the lead writer. Okay. I didn't have shares. I didn't have shares. It's a long story. You ate the money. No. The man got a job in Parliament. And then when we closed the newspaper. Okay. Corruption. Yeah, he was corrupted. I think it was just connections. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you short here, but someone is complaining, say, but Bill, you have cut this man short before he finished telling us about coming to Kampala. Hey! What happened? And you tell us how it led. Was that the time now when you came, you left now the village? No. You went back? I had a retake. They called you back. See, after when the senior four results came, I performed with flying colors. Yes. And among those who came in the newspapers. So I go back to the village. They told me, now you go back because you have to go back to school.
Yes.
That was the only compensation, the passing. And so I reached back and my uncle was like, okay, since you did something, we have to punish you. So he told me to weed. There's a banana plantation.
Yes.
He told me to weed.
The whole of it?
No, there was a part down which was very accumulated weed. So as I went to go back to school, because I also accepted that I'd done wrong.
Yes.
But while I was weeding, my village friends came. Oh, they said, can we help you? They started weeding with me. Now, because I remember I had some money.
Yes.
I bought for them Tonto. I bought for them Tonto. Tonto is a local brew.
Yes.
Hey, I am telling you, the guys cleared the place. When my uncle came in the evening, it was like, wow.
You're hardworking.
This Kampala, you should go more to Kampala because this amount of energy. Said, since you finished this, let's add you another portion.
Yes.
So he added me another portion. I said, no, this energy is nice. Added me another portion. And guess what? While I was there, don't the guys come back? I bought for them, now they had a hangover. They said, then one of them wanted smoke. I gave them 700 shillings. They went and bought a packet of Safari. They were short cigarettes.
I remember those ones.
The guys came and did the job. They cleared it. My uncle came and said, wow. He said, no, I don't even know why I have workers. So he sent me to go now because the banana plantation part was done.
Yes.
So now you go to where the cows, where we used to plant grass for them for feeding the cows. And they say, now you come and clear that one. I said, no, this is serious. So while I was there, my guys hadn't come, the crew.
Yes.
So my uncle came at around 8. I was there alone. Then he came back at around 11. I was still there with my hoe. Then like around midday, I was still there alone. He rode his bicycle and went. No sooner had he gone than my friends came.
You are just a lucky guy.
Yes. They came, they said, oh, you are a man. They came. I told them, but today I don't have cigarettes. They said, don't worry.
Okay.
The guys cleared the thing. When my uncle came, he laughed. Said, tomorrow prepare your bags and go to school.
So now you go back, you finish.
So I go to A-level, Barra High School.
Yes.
Voted chairman, school council. We had our challenges there. We were involved in a strike.
You were one of the
They chased us. Manang, life. So we had to do exams.
Did you have like anger in you?
No, I think it was a very interesting story because it was about the director of studies. He was ruthless, killing people, students. So one time he came the timekeeper and we told him, but this man, by the time he came the timekeeper.
What about that?
That means it wasn't time to wake up. It wasn't time. So we told him to go and report to the police. When he reported to the police, they told him to bring witnesses. Didn't the whole school go? We organized the whole school. They also said, all of you can't be witnesses. He said, this is a different case.
He was a good guy.
It was a civilized strike,
yes.
And so we're sent away. It was non-violent. Where the violence almost came, is when we went back to the school and the teacher was still there. So he got to the truck and packed his things.
So he has to go.
His home. So they were all sent away. But it was also traumatizing in one way or another. But it helped us. Thankfully, we got to go through it. And that's how later I got to university.
Yes.
Yeah. So fast forward to where we had reached, I joined Theatre Factory. And then we start, that's when NTV comes to town.
Yes.
And they're looking for local content.
Oh, yes, I remember
and
that
they filmed what we were doing and called it Barbed Wire.
Okay. They are the ones who named it.
Yeah, they're the ones.
Because I remember they came in, they were like the hyped station.
Yes.
And then
they're the ones who named it Barbed Wire.
Okay.
And during that time, that's when also Rock Point had started in 2006. And because I didn't have time to act, I was, relegated from performing.
Yes.
But there was a gentleman called Andrew Sekajugo. He said, there's this man. By the way, my first nickname was Rukandema.
Rukandema, the Muchiga.
Bro. Hey.
Yes.
Because I acted the part of a guy called Rukandema who came from the village and went to a bar. He had people mentioning names of drinks, John Walker, Gilbey's, and I went to there. I said, Rukandema, and no one gave me a drink. So that was the first thing. So he kept saying, where is Rukandema? And so she said, no, since he's already working with the young, empowered, and healthy, can't he just come in and, feel because changing from one skit to another was always difficult.
Yes.
So I had to come in and crack a joke in between.
Okay.
And before I knew it, people had now picked interest in the MC. Because I wasn't doing it, was like an MC kind of thing.
Yes.
And by then I started working with Power FM. That's where I got the name Pablo.
Yes.
Because I remember I was doing a show. They brought me on a show. And the producer didn't like my name, Kenneth. Said it doesn't sound radio like, it's not funky. And they said, we're going to give you a funky name. They gave me Mendez. I went on air. 104.1 Power FM. It's just Julie Mendez. Give me a call on 034-104-34-2020. The first caller, hello Mandazi. I said, you got Mandazi? So I told the producer, no, we have to change the name. I can't be Donuts. People are calling me Mandazi. So she gave me Ricardo. I said, that one, even me, I'm struggling to pronounce it. So she gave me Pablo.
Okay.
She was reading a novel. I think that's why she was getting those names. So she gave me Pablo. So I would go on air every morning. The 1-2-1-2, we're going to run to this. Just truly Pablo. Don't break him, mess him or break him. So the people used to listen to Power FM and watch Theatre Factory. Said, but you sound like Pablo. I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy who does Pablo. Said, so you're Pablo. So that was the last funeral rite of the name Kenneth in the entertainment industry. And so when Barbed Wire came, they put Pablo. They started recording my segment. They told me, because it was funny.
Yes.
I used to give them a recap of what happened in the news.
Yes.
That was what I would do. So people would laugh. They enjoyed it. Those were the days of NSSF. I would say, Temangalo is a problem. They have taken the land. NSSF, in fact, NSSF now is Naria Sente Sagala Fitina. And people laugh. So people would just come because they wanted a review of the weekly news.
Yes.
Yeah, through comedy. And before I knew it, I started being called a comedian. I even didn't know what comedy was. Okay. Yeah.
So you just landed in the role because of your humor.
They said, you're a comedian. I said, yes. So that's how it started. And so in 2009, when Stand Up Uganda came, and they put out a call, Mnet, and that gave birth to the likes of Salvador, Alex Mohanji, Mendo, Herbert Seguja. And by God's grace, I was able to win that competition. And then I started my own show called Pablo Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a short break.
www.streamugradio.com.
Yes.
Are you a creative songwriter?
Yes. So Pablo is born.
Yeah. So I was working with Power FM at the same time, working with the radio drama under CDFU. And then I was elevated to the position of productions director, meaning now I had to oversee all the recordings of all the languages. So I used to go to Tesoland, and that brought me into contact with many artists. I got to see most of them, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So everywhere I would go, I would get a name. When I went to Teso, they called me Aturot, which means flower. They just got Chimuli and changed it. I went to Mega Radio, I think in Gulu. They gave me a Dodge. So basically,
you have a list of names. Hey, you'll tell them to us at the end as you sign out. Now, so tell me, you now start an organization along the way.
Absolutely.
How did that happen?
So one time I was on radio and the caller mentioned that her name was Barbara and she was HIV positive and she wants to share her message. And because I wasn't the program's producer, I said, no, I'll come to the station. So she comes to the radio station, very lovely girl, young, energetic, very beautiful. I said, yes, ma, how can I help you? She says, yeah, I'm the Barbara who called. I'm like, what? Yeah, she says, I'm a single mother and I've been living with HIV for the last 2 years. And I think I need to share my story with the people. I say, okay, so how can we help you? He said, I need to share it on air. So we advise how each program is aligned. It was a health program.
Okay.
But later when I went home, I said, this girl needs help, you know? So I said, I asked her, what do you want? She says, I want my peers. She was young, in her 20s.
Yes.
Said, I want my peers to know that HIV is real and it doesn't segregate.
Yes.
Yeah, even us. You can also have it. I said, okay, who's your target audience? Said, let's do schools. So I talked to some of my friends so we can do this. So we started going to schools and we called the campaign Zip Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cool
Zip
one.
Up. So we went there in the disguise of comedy, and while the kids are laughing, we call her to give her testimony.
Okay.
And so the reason we did that is that for people to understand the message, they need to know you care about them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yes.
So, and if you want to cook a frog, you don't boil hot water and throw it there. It will jump. You have to put it in cold water. Its natural habitat. Then you start boiling the water. It starts feeling warm. Before you know it, it's cooked. Yeah. So we used that approach in schools. Yes. You go with comedy. They are happy. They come in big numbers. After laughing, now you bring the real story.
Yes.
Yeah. And we saw what humbled me is that we'd ask, so if you have any question, anything, you can write it and send it to us. And among the feedback we got were messages like, I'm also HIV positive, I'm on ARVs, but my friends don't know. Okay. How do I get out of this? How do I tell them? We're like, wow, even the teachers didn't know. And again, you can't now tell the teachers.
Of course.
Yeah. So what we do is we would give them a number to call, that in case you have a challenge, this is a number to call. So we started aligning. Standard Chartered Bank was the first partner to come on board because they were championing that space. We went to Uganda AIDS Commission, nothing came out from there. They said, we're also extremely busy. And we said, we can do this. So we went to different schools, and then young people, we said, you can call us, they could reach out to us. And then we helped them, peer-to-peer support.
Yes.
So there were other out-of-school girls who were HIV positive, also came into the system. Now, that gave birth to what we call pill power.
Okay. And
how did this come into? Barbara wanted to get married. And
the girl who came the first time.
Yes. And then she had a guy who was negative. And the guy said, I'm going to marry you.
Okay.
And that was crazy. The parents were like, are you okay? This girl. But you see, because she had been on medication, her viral load was undetectable. Undetectable. It had gone. So the guy said they took them for counseling. They talked about couples that are discordant. And they said you can live together and even have children. And then we said, wow, the parents finally accepted. Okay. And it was a big wedding and happy wedding. They even, they have a children. I think they have a son now. And then we said, all this has happened because they believed in the ARVs.
Yes.
This is the power of the pills. So we started a CBO called Pill Power. And our tag was ARVs, my power bank. Okay. Yes. So, and the campaign went on, and I realized that they had now been empowered. They got sponsorship from Baylor. And I told her, you know what? I think run with the project.
Yes.
Let me go and do my comedy things. At least now you're on your feet. Yes. And I'm glad to say that they have a home in Hoima. And there are young girls who are HIV positive she created a safe space. Okay. There are those who are chased from their homes.
Yes.
And they're introduced there. But for me, the plus is that they're recycling the tins.
I saw that, I think also.
Yes, they're making chairs, making beds, making dustbins out of the recyclable tins. And it's reeling in some money, getting partnership. I'm really proud of what she's doing and her team. So we wanted to replicate that in other spaces. Okay. But you can't have your cake and eat it. So I always believe in empowering young people to run with their projects.
All right. So you started it
and handed over to
her. And handed over.
Just run with it.
Then you continued with your comedy.
But
you're still doing something.
Because I still do work with them.
Okay.
On the board, because as we grow old, we need to learn how to delegate and pass on the baton.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't want to be in the thick of things all the time.
Yes.
I want them to.
Not Sanja.
No. We should learn to let go.
We are learning from grandfather.
He's also preparing to hand over to the son. You never know. So, hey. Yeah, so that and Peel Power has been working perfectly, and I'm believing that they'll still get sponsorship once in a while, because my calling was more on theater, and art, and that's
so you have to concentrate
more on that, and the foundation I run, Tebere Arts Foundation, with my co-founder, needs undivided attention.
So tell me, let's go more into the Tebere
Arts Foundation.
Tebere is in Runyachitara.
So it's from the Runyachitara. Way back when you tell stories, they'll say Baganire, Tebere. I tell your story, tell your story.
Yes.
So Tebere means tell your story. And that's why our tag is keep our stories alive.
Yes.
Tebere Arts Foundation is a non-for-profit organization, and we're based at Indere Cultural Center. And every year we curate the Kampala International Theatre Festival, which will be happening from the 26th to the 30th of this year at the National Theatre. It will be our 12th edition.
12th.
Yes.
So how did it start? How did it come
That's a very good question. So 12 years ago, we sat with my friend Deborah Asimwe and Gladys Oyenbot, and we decided to see how can we help, because when people leave performing arts, after starting performing arts, there are no spaces to absorb them. Unlike accountants who find people who need accountants, those who have done law, there are firms waiting for them. But artists, once you're done, you're alone. There's no company taking you to go and do drama in their space. So we said, how can we empower them to get on their feet? And we decided to create a lab. And we called it the Emerging Artists Intensive Lab. It happens 1 year. And we take on at least 12 artists every year and give them a real hands-on experience of script writing or producing scenography. We have experts who come in, and it's donor funded. We are supported by Dawn. We have other organizations that have come in to support us, Sundance and a number of them. And so we give them a real hands-on experience, such that when the year ends, they don't need anyone to employ them. They're capable to go out and run their own productions. They know how to sell the tickets. They know who to approach. How do you market your production? So that's what we do at Tebere. Now, the process is that we have 4 pillars. That is the intensive lab. That is one. Then we have what we call the MEPR. That is the emerging... all right. It's playwrights, people who had been writing before, and they are, along the way, they got lost.
Yes. So people, when they are getting lost?
Yeah, so we have people who have been writing, but along the way they lost their mojo.
Yes.
Or they were doing other things. So it's called the mid-career and established playwrights residence.
Yes.
We take them on for 3 months, and we give them a space where they can write a production.
Okay.
And we facilitate that. And we only take on 3 every year. And then out of those 3, we get a play, because they write a play. We get them dramaturgs, and then we choose one play, which we then produce as our annual production. And so that we do that so that our emerging artists can also be involved in the process. And then we also have what we call community theater. This one is for the people in the communities who didn't study art, but love art and have the passion. So we work with them. Now we have been working with the Kampala it's called Treza Center. Treza Center in the ghetto in Kamocha, and empowering them on how they can, just giving their art structure. And then we curate the Kampala International Theatre Festival that happens every last week of November. And this we do it because we want our artists to see other forms of art. So we have people come from different parts of the world. This year we have those coming from South Africa, UK, Nigeria, Cameroon, France.
Yes.
So it's a cocktail of activities because we believe that a kid who doesn't visit thinks the mom cooks best. True. But if you can't visit, then you bring the cook home and they prepare for you. So that's what we do. We bring different artists from different parts of the world. We get to see what they're doing, and our artists also network with them. For example, we have what we call the speed networking sessions where people come in and network, get contacts, because art is about networking. Your network is your net worth.
Now, like I mentioned when we were beginning that I said you use clean comedy. I've never heard using certain insinuations or expressions which are popular amongst certain groups, right? Is that intentional? Is it just your style, or is there any hidden meaning behind it?
It's intentional.
Okay.
I chose, it's a choice. I decided because I know very many jokes under the belt, very many that I would crack and people would laugh. But the question is there value addition?
True.
What is it? Comedy is supposed to be a funny way of being serious.
Okay.
Yeah? It's supposed to address serious issues in a funny way.
Yes.
So people have a take home.
Okay.
So I always want, if I'm cracking my humor, let somebody laugh, but also have a take home.
Yes.
And there are more jokes above the belt than under the belt. Yeah. Because any joke under the belt is funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a outreach.
Yeah. And so I consider it to be lazy humor.
Okay.
Because anybody can crack that joke. But jokes, let me tell you, Uganda is gifted. Just get a newspaper. You'll find jokes. Just read people's comments on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook.
Yes.
There's a lot of humor. The Ugandans have a high sense of humor.
Yes.
Only that they don't expose it themselves on stage. But as we're just reflecting, what is there? I tell you, people, Uganda is a very, me to leave Uganda. First of all, there are things that happen in Uganda you won't find elsewhere. For example, in Uganda is one of the few countries where you can shop in traffic jam. You buy beans, peas, now there's in Senene, and the vendors are the same. Tomorrow is selling in Senene, next day it's raining umbrellas, the other day jerry cans. So you can do it you can even buy spare parts in the jam. They fix your wipers. The car is moving. In Uganda, people negotiate with traffic lights. It's showing yellow. He looks left and right. There's nobody. Shoo. So, which country can you do this? Yeah? There's a lot of humor. So, every day, there's a joke you can build and make fun out of it. Now there are elections. A lot of things are happening, So, I do believe that there's a lot to talk about in this country. Not only this country, in the entire universe.
Yes.
That doesn't have to be obscene, vulgar, or negative in one way. And also the other thing that I chose not to do is to, annoy people. What should I call it? Most of my jokes, I like cracking jokes about myself.
Yes.
Because people like laughing at others. So if you can laugh at yourself, then they'll enjoy laughing at you.
Yes.
And there are also what we call stereotypical jokes. Those are jokes based on race, color, tribe. Those are jokes that will always be there. But the question is, how do you tell the story without necessarily offending the person of that specific group? So it's a choice I made. I do it deliberately. And I'm not about to change.
Okay. So there is a question here, before I ask my own. There's a question here from someone who is asking, how does humor help you through pain? Because you seem to be like I said, a happy man.
All right, that's the thing. I always choose to look at the lighter side of everything. If a person is quarreling with you, you just look at the facial expression and the character. The face normally creates character. You look at the lighter side of it. What is it? What's happening? Recently,
what has disturbed them?
I was at a funeral. And I came and I greeted people. And somebody said, "But Pablo, you're laughing." I said, "Am I the one who has killed him?" I'm not the one.
Some people take it bad.
No, okay, I knew them.
Okay.
But I was like, you guys, no.
Yes.
The person has been sick for a very long time.
True.
The person has died. We all know that this man had gone through a lot of pain.
Yes.
That actually dying in another way has helped this person's pain. But now you seem to be more bitter than the person who was arrested. As I said, no, guys, look here. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. This person had gone through a lot. And even himself will say, God, why don't I die now?
Yes.
So now you guys you can't cry more than they believed.
They are the hired ones.
So how do I use humor? I think humor for me is a vehicle to absorbing a lot, and it helps you digest things that are very sad, That's why when people are watching things like Point Blank, those stories are sad.
I know.
But they're adding a humor element, to it. You look at the things Ugandans laugh at. Yes. They are very sad.
Like you said, they like laughing at others.
Yes. We go through, people have now learned how to look at the lighter side of sad moments, We are learning how to look at the option. What is the option? This has happened. Okay. I can't change it. Remember what I told you in the beginning?
Yes.
There are things you cannot change. Yeah? How do you overcome them?
Yes.
Your mom has died. She can't come back to life. You're justified to mourn. At what point do you move on?
Okay.
Everybody heals differently.
Yes.
Yeah? So you have to surround yourself with people who are going to give you the positive energy than the negative. Yeah? People will support you. Recently my friend lost a sister. And he was going through a lot. And one of the relatives said, but your family has become like your grandfathers. You people are dying young. That's a negative energy.
Yes.
Yeah? So look for people who are going to give you positive energy. People who are looking out for your interests.
Yes.
Some of us, actually, one of the things I do, I can sense somebody. Once a person comes and tells me bad things about somebody, I never give my opinion or anything because this same person is going to tell another person about me. And then I try to avoid you because your negative vibes, man. Yes. My life on earth is not that long. I don't think I have 100 years ahead.
Yeah,
so please let me look at. I want yes. If it is negative, you're telling it to me to help.
Yes.
For example, if you're saying that your dog is overbarking and we're not sleeping, then I'll find. I know that is a way of helping. Yes. Or you come and tell me, but Pablo, I think nowadays you're no longer funny. You need to change. I watched this thing. I think you need to change. I love positive rebuke.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone who's telling you something to help you.
Yes. www.streamugradio.com.
Yes.
So that's what I look up to. I look up to positive energy. Look for people who are going to build you.
And so you're in an industry where there is a lot, like you've mentioned, drugs. If it's not drugs, there's depression, anxiety. Even like you talked about when someone is done with their career, what happens next? How do you? Because I think you're more like a positive influence there.
Well, I think for me, we all come from different backgrounds.
Yes.
Others are from broken spaces and they break through, but they have not dealt with the past.
Yes.
And you'll always come back. Always come back to
So how did you deal with your past?
My past?
Yes.
I had to go back and address it.
Okay.
And we agree on a few terms and conditions.
With elders, with
myself, between me, myself, and I.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to set yourself free first before any other person. I mean, there are things that will show up. There's witchcraft, there's a lot of that happens in the entertainment industry. But the question is, where are you navigating your art? What are you interested in, And
so what do you advise them?
For me, I believe that, one, what is your motive?
Okay.
Why are you in the arts? Are you there for fame? Are you there for the money?
Mm-hmm.
Are you there for the passion of art? Once you agree with yourself with what you're up to, then based on that. Okay. If you're there for the passion, enjoy the art. Sometimes you'll profit, sometimes you lose. But your passion is there. If you're there for the money, then make the money. If you get what you want, you go do other things. I mean, I've seen artists who have gotten the money they want, they go.
And they go
and start business. People meet them and say, hey, we no longer see you. Says, I'm there because he got what he wanted.
Yes,
he wanted to start his business. He started his business. He wanted to get connections. So you pay attention to what is your first love. What is it? Why? You have to be honest to yourself and say, why am I in this thing? You know, if it's for the fame, then you better crucify yourself for the fame. You know, I've seen guys who drive, V8s. You know, it's on a loan. He has no home. He hasn't built, still renting. And when you advise him, say, you know what? I know you love this car. He says, yeah, this car gives me jobs. Yes, but where are you putting the money? You know? So we need to, I like the fact that, for example, now the Uganda Comedians Association is now doing financial literacy for all the comedians and helping us to understand, to prepare ourselves for the future, gain insurance. And then also, everybody has their path.
Yes.
You know, just because so and so has made it, you started together, it doesn't mean you've failed. No. For example, it took Usain Bolt how many seconds? 9 seconds to win a gold medal. It took Kiprotich 2 hours and some minutes to win a gold medal.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, they both won
gold
medals. It's the timing that is just different. So you might start with somebody, they break through in a short while, but it doesn't mean that you have failed. It means that their opportunity has come earlier than yours. So sometimes we kill ourselves trying to be like our friends in the industry and we end up shooting ourselves in the foot. So it's all about focusing on why are you there. And then there are negative elements like I mentioned. There are people who say, you know what, for you to do this, you have to take weed, you have to smoke, or there's that thing which is a vapor.
The vapor. Yes.
That will keep you awake to do But you see, what is the health part of it?
True.
You know? I would say, I mean, everything has a good side and a bad side.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to take it in understandable quantities. If it's medicinal, yes.
Go to a doctor and they give a prescription. That's what I tell people who tell me that that the herb, that it is medicinal, and I'm like, but get a prescription.
I mean, I one time we went to eat fish somewhere, and they said, what do you want, soda or tea? They said the tea. They said, do you want the one with weed or without weed? I said, hey, so it's medicinal. So I think the first thing we need to think about is, one, our health. 2 is not everybody succeeds at the same time.
Yes.
I was told that guy Sanders of KSFC.
Yes.
The man became rich when he was
65. He started at 65.
Yes. I mean, I have an uncle who was working for government for a very long time. And when he retired, he stood for member of parliament. And by God's grace, he was voted. And then guess what? He was appointed a minister. So he's starting to enjoy now.
True. So yes, we have a question here from some people have names. I don't get this one. And the question is, but it's a serious question. How do you care for your mental health? That is one. And the second is, what is your message to young people who are struggling?
Thank you very much. I think, how do I take care of my mental health? First of all, I seek divine help.
Okay.
Yeah, I pray to God. I love praying. Yeah, I have to pray without ceasing. Praying without ceasing means you have to pray without saying non-stop. But seek divine intervention. Ask God what's His plan for you. Whatever faith you subscribe to, if it's Islam, if you're Seventh-day Adventist, the divine help comes in to help in one way or another. Or I have friends, prayer partners, you know, I seek people, I find spaces that have divine help. You know, I love posting on my status things that are divine, you know. If I find a nice quote somewhere, I'll grab it and, you know, share it. You don't know it's helping out there. That's one of the things I do for my mental health. And then 2, I make sure that I eat. Please, in whatever you're doing, eat.
But your size doesn't show.
It is burnt in the process. Whatever you're doing, eat fast, you know. Yeah, it's good to make sure that you look after yourself very well, eat, because the body also sometimes it also needs support.
Yes, it
does.
You
have to eat. If you but if I don't have the food, then pray. I don't know. I don't know how to help in that space.
Well, you look for it, but you don't be miserable.
Yeah, but if it's there, please eat. And how do we help those who are struggling? It's a journey.
Yes,
it's a journey. Take each day at a time. I know when you are on drugs and you're trying to get off drugs, it's very difficult. To withdraw is very, very difficult. And it's not good to judge people who are on the withdrawal process. They need help. You need to support them in one way or another and not use them as examples. You know, normally people say, you know, this one son or daughter. So it's not good to use them as examples. And also I would encourage them, if they are listening in, to follow the prescription and look for people who are going to walk with you in that journey. Sometimes you might think I'll work with my relatives, yet they're the number one problem. You know, seek medical guidance, counselors. I know by the time, if you're struggling with a habit, because it doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol, it might be a habit. Look for spaces that you can talk to. Look for some people who have been through it. How did they maneuver a challenge?
I think this one has a kind of slightly different question, which I think is very good. Funniest stage moment. We can't end without this one. Please make sure he gives it to us.
So, the funniest, I don't know whether it was funny or it was. So, I was going to perform in South Sudan. So they invited me to South Sudan. And you know, in comedy, you want to be relevant. I went and researched about South Sudan. You know, Rick Machar, looked up. I did research. Little did I know that the people in South Sudan were what? On my YouTube channel. Watching, you know. I think they even did the coursework. So I go to South Sudan. On the day of the performance, I jump on stage and I'm, ladies and gentlemen, this is truly Pablo. I crack the first joke. They are laughing, but in installments. I crack another joke. I say, what is happening? Now, when I was done with my performance, I said, thank you so much. That was my time. A guy woke up and said, no, Pablo, there are some jokes you have left out. I said, which joke? I said, yes, there are some jokes. The guy said, there's this joke of the sword people. And the guy told the joke the way it was on YouTube from beginning to end. And they said, tell us that one. But I thought he was joking. The guy said, you tell us? I said, the promoter came running. It was called Manding Mobyong. He goes, Pablo, you tell the story. That one is a general, he'll shoot you. When I had him shooting, I told the joke the way the man had told it. Shot the man laughed. The man laughed at some point. He even corrected me and said, no, Pablo, there's this part of the gravity of laugh. Then I said it, the man laughed. Then after he asked his son, is that the joke you wanted? The son said, no, there's another one. Let me tell you, that was the only time in my entire life where I got jokes as a request hour. You know, like that was my funniest moment and most horrific. I said, is there another one? They said, yes, you tell us about NGO. Then I tell it. Then the people laugh. I said, where's another one? I'll never forget South Sudan.
You sort people, eh? Anyway, so we are coming to the end. Time is never enough. I tried to make my show long. I'm like 2 hours.
Because by the time we started, the person who was traveling to Masaka is about
has reached, But, I've been invited so many times to speak on different radios, even when you're at Power FM.
Yes.
And those, they give you 30 minutes max. And you say nothing if you're lucky. Usually it's 10, 15. Because of the 30, 25 hour adverts.
Yeah.
You see how I cut my adverts? I'm like, I am the one in charge here.
Hey.
No, yeah. But it's never enough. Time is never enough. It doesn't matter how much time you put, but at least we are grateful that you have come today. You've honored our invitation.
The pleasure is mine.
Yes, and you've made me laugh. I think this week is going to be for World Cup.
Yeah. Even the scientists say that it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Exactly.
So those who are frowning, you're killing yourselves. I know.
Yeah, tell them.
There are some professions which demand seriousness, like accounting, what?
Yes.
But also again, there's more to life.
I know, but you see, I always wonder. I marvel at border guys. People are working in the markets. Guys are always laughing. And then you see the people are passing in cars, angry.
Yes. So it's as if they've been baptized in bitter lemon. You look at them, you say, hey, what happened?
Yes.
As if you're the one who killed the Uganda Matters,
But I think generally the mental health of the majority of people, as it is here in the statistics, we have the latest, which is saying 37% of Ugandans have mental health challenges.
So out of 1 out of every 3 Ugandans.
Exactly.
So you see where we are coming from. I mean, a person can slap you out of the blue.
Yes.
Just because it's a category. They slap you.
Even the way people drive, it's a depiction of what's in your head.
I mean, sometimes you're driving, a person comes from nowhere. And
they just, in fact, it's like this. Like when they see you coming, they increase speed.
That's why I've never understood when there are lights and it shows yellow. Instead of planning to stop, that's when they are planning to increase the speed. You're like, hey, the yellow is saying, guy, plan to stop. That's when guys are.
So what is your final message?
My final message to the listener is, first of all, thank you so much for choosing to listen to Stream UG Radio. Your life, your music. We don't take that for granted because there are other alternatives.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'd like to encourage you to love yourself.
Very important.
Love yourself. If you want to eat something and you feel you can afford it, eat it. If you want to go please love yourself.
That money.
Please love yourself. If you want to build, if you're saving it to build something, save it and build it, as long as the end game result is your happiness.
Yes.
Your happiness. I know you could be passing through a tough relationship, but just ask yourself, wait a minute. It's me in this. Yes? How can I better it or better myself? Yes. It's very important for you to love yourself, because you're not going to love your neighbor unless you love yourself.
True.
That's very important. True. And 2, I know times get really tough, but the tough has to get going. Yes. The tough has to get going against all odds. And always remember to subscribe to your divine assistant. If you're Muslim, hey, pray to Allah. He'll see you through. If you're Catholic, is your rosary, you pray to God. I mean, just pray to God, He'll guide you, just trust and obey.
I know that song. There is that song which we sing
when we were young. Yeah, trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus.
But to trust and obey.
Yes.
How come you didn't become a musician? Because the way you like singing.
I successfully failed. I used to be a night angel. Those on Christmas.
Yes.
Go door to door.
I get it.
Yeah.
Tonight's conversation with Pablo has reminded us that behind every smile there is a story. And behind every story, there is strength. Pablo, being here with you, it's really warming. You have warmed this studio.
Happiness is killing me. This one is calling me.
And even after what you just said, I remember there is a TikTok you did some years ago when I had just joined. I think it was after the 2024, 23.
Yes.
When this, the popular saying of that about eat that money.
Yeah.
I think you were eating kabalagala or something. You remember that one?
I was taking tea, dipping it in the cup.
It has stayed in my head for all these years. I have to bring it back alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to, just at least tithe to yourself.
Yes.
Tithe to God and tithe to yourself.
10%.
Yeah, at least let 10%.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yes. I don't mind people enjoying their money.
Yes.
People
So Pablo has shown us that pain can change purpose. Seeing from his life, it's not easy to lose both parents at a young age. And that humor can heal. Humor actually does heal, and that compassion is a language we all understand. Barbara, what she's doing.
Amazing. Barbara can be doing an amazing job for the young people.
We send shout outs to her. And as we leave here, let's carry one lesson with us. No matter what you've been through, your story still matters. Your healing is possible and your light can shine. So thank you, Pablo, for reminding us that when comedy meets compassion, which is what I call this the topic for today, hope is born. And thank you to myself and Mind Matters for being part of this journey of learning, laughter, and healing. Is there any, they say your last words?
Well, I'm not about to die, but
for today. On this show.
Well, first of all, I would like to invite the people who are out there to come and enjoy the festival, the Kampala International Theatre Festival. It is starting on the 26th to the 30th of November.
Yes.
Entrance is free as long as you pay 30,000 daily or 60,000 for a
drink
pass.
with it?
On the first day, you'll come and join us. We have a cocktail. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'd like to encourage you to come and see the different forms of artists who will be performing. We have workshops. We have talkback sessions. Those ones are free.
Yes.
The talkback sessions and workshops are free all through the day. I want to engage with the artists. It's only the shows that are paid for.
It's only for artists?
No. That's why it's open for everyone.
Everybody.
Yeah, come. And then if you have children, on Saturday, we have shows for children. They also have a space where they can play. I love children. I have a show called Pablo.
I know. I watch it sometimes.
Children make me happy. They tell me the truth. Or the imaginative composition.
Yes.
So, yeah. And well, let's continue. Let's keep the conversation not only here, but also you can check on my social media channels.
Yes.
And let's enjoy. I also have a show every last Friday of the month at the National Theatre.
I know that
the Pablo
one.
Live Show.
Yes.
And you only pay 30,000, or if you're a couple, you only pay 50,000.
30,000 your anthem? Well, everything is 30. Can't you make it like 50?
50, that's for a couple.
Okay.
So you pay 25.
25.
Yes.
All right.
Every last Friday of the month at the National Theatre.
All right. Thank you, Pablo.
The
once
pleasure
again.
is mine.
Thank you.
Mind Matters, the weekly check-in with Bill Bekunda. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Featuring Real Talk.